Yay, I think we're live. I think we're live anyway. Looks like everything's a go. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Kawana. Hey, Susan. Yay, we have a new subscriber. Hopefully the music was a little bit better there. Jamie, you guys let me know. Let me know if I need to do any tweaking. I will do what I need to do. All right, let's play the intro, guys, and we'll go ahead and get started. Yay! I hope everybody can hear me. Jamie, you can let me know if it's any better. I worked on it. I did what I could. If it's not better than it was on Monday, then I will have to take a look into another avenue of fixing this. So, Deb, you're having trouble getting files to upload. What kind of trouble are you having? Thank you, Jamie. Good point there. Yeah, if your joy is selected, that may give you an issue. So, guys, I had a couple of things planned, and I went through test phasing and cutting and everything since about 7 a.m. this morning, and things just would not cooperate with me. So I was pretty sure I had everything like I wanted it, and it just didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out. Deb, when I get that, I say continue, and I don't download. Are you using the web version? I just hit proceed anyway, and it opens for me if you're on the web version, if it's opening in there. I'll let Jamie see if she can help you figure out what's going on there. Okay, so anyway, nothing wanted to cooperate with me today, so I'll just go over and pop over and show you guys a couple of the projects I have going and what I had in mind and what we're actually going to do. We're going to make this graduation card, and it's uploaded, and this file is for everyone, and you can add a real tassel here, guys. Please don't pay attention to my boo-boos. I'll explain later. But we're going to be making the graduation card. What I had planned was let me give some height here so you guys can see, was a card file box where you open it and it flips open, and this holds up to holds all your 5x7 cards and envelopes, notepads, whatever you wanted in here. And it's working. It is working. But my file is off. As you can see, it's flush over here and it's not flush here. So I've got to go in and I've got to do some tweaking. Okay. And so hopefully I will have this finished for Monday, and we will do this on Monday. It is a chipboard project. I hopefully will have it finished on Sunday, my mock-up. This is my prototype. I will have my mock-up finished on Sunday, and if it all goes together well, I will post it up so you guys can cut it and we'll put it together, okay? So, this will require a maker. You will be able to make it on your Explorer using cereal box type material, but you're probably going to have to double that material up because you need this thickness for it to work out properly. If you don't have that thickness, you're going to run into the same problems I had with this because I didn't add enough space that it was flush on one side and not on the other. So, that being said, that project was for going to do tonight, or was going to do it Monday, and then I put it off for tonight, and I didn't have enough time to finish tweaking it. So then I said, well, I'll do a basket. I'm pretty sure I was driving my moderators nuts. And I did one, and then I was like, I don't have time to make anything to put in it. So I didn't want to just do this box. But this box, or basket, I plan to do next Friday as a freebie file, as a no-sew felt basket. So hopefully I will have all my kinks worked out on it and something figured out to put in it, and we will do that on a freebie Friday. So I apologize that tonight's project is just going to be quick and simple, but I ran out of time. So it's graduation time and the kids are stuck and stuff like that. For this file, guys, I am going to say you're going to need a tassel, and you can buy those in you can buy all sorts of ones. Now I put this one in the file, and I just decorated it up, and then I accidentally dropped it, and catching it, I made a mess and got Nuvo drops all over it, and didn't have time to redo it. So, anyway, don't pay attention to this because the one we're going to make is going to look much better than this one because I goofed up. But I've got some print and cut in here, and I've got some writing in here, so you have a few different things going on. I will say that I have, since I put this card together, been looking for my card magnets. Those of you who have worked with me for a while, you know what I mean by card magnets. They're the really teeny tiny thin magnetic disc that you don't want to clap together because they were so thin they will crack. And they're teeny tiny. They will fit in a tube like this, your Cricut blade tubes. They will fit in here. I put mine in a tube just like that, and I can't find them. So I am assuming that they have hitchhiked onto something metal in my craft room, and I don't know where they're at. I have looked everywhere, but I'm pretty sure they're stuck to something, the back of something or the bottom of something, and I just can't find them. So I'm going to have to order some more. But you're going to need a couple of those magnets for this card, and I'm saying that because I see a lot of people making them, and they look great, and I think to take their photos, they have stuck a Velcro dot on there, because no matter what I've done to this card, it will not stay closed, okay? Because usually this twist and pop type mechanism we put in other cards, so it's folded over, and that weight gives it enough to keep it closed. But using it outside of that with the graduation cap type motif, it doesn't have enough weight. So, with that being said, it probably needs a couple of little decorative panels right here, which are very easy to do, and I will add those to the file. I did not add them yet. But you need to put a magnet there on those, and then you'll need to pop it up in here before you put this white card on, and make sure that your magnet's lined up, and then stick the white one over it. That way it will hold it closed, I believe. I wanted to test it for you guys, but I wasn't able. So if you have card magnets, you should be able to get that and put those in there and figure it out. If you have any trouble, if you have your magnets and they're not working, let me know, please. And if you don't have magnets or don't want to do that, you could probably do some type of a belly band on here, just a small one that looks like a ribbon to run under this, because this tassel will move. You can run a ribbon here, and if you've got a real tassel, you would probably want to do that anyway. Just a belly band. And if you don't know what a belly band is, it is just a strip of cardstock or ribbon with the cardstock front glued, and then you're just going to run that around. I like to run mine under on that side and just fold it, and then you can trim that off, of course. And then you're just going to glue that belly band, and you can put whatever you want over the front. I think my tassel will cover mine, so I'm going to put some on this end and then underneath on this end, so that both ends get glued together and they don't flop. I'm just going to slip it off now that I have it measured, and we're just going to hold it till it's glued for a second and it's even. And then you can slip a belly band on there if you don't have magnets. And that will hold that cap down. Okay? You can put the name of the school or graduate, whatever. You could put anything you wanted on your belly band. Okay? So those are two ways of keeping it closed for those of you who don't know how to get a closure on a card that won't close naturally. This file is available for all patrons and Ko-fi supporters. If you are not yet a supporter, if you want to do one-time support on Ko-fi, you can get the file. And of course, you can lay out your own file. Let's just go over the file before I start folding, just in case anybody has any questions. So we have the card base, and it has a hole in it. This piece has a hole in it, and it's going to line up on the inside, not on the outside, but the inside, so that you can get your brad in there. And then this piece is print and cut, so you can change it, unflatten it if you want, and put whatever you want on there, and it's going to hide your brad, okay, that holds your tassel on. Then I just put this on there, and I think I'm going to pop dot it up on this one. I was just in a hurry putting that one together, trying to get ready for the live. And then these go in here, and you're going to see that. And here is the little piece I made for a tassel. You can do fringe, whatever, use your fringe scissors on it if you don't want to use a fabric tassel. So, super simple, super easy. And if you want to make some panels to go in here, guys, it's going to be easier so you can see the score lines. I will try to add one. Let's just go ahead and try to add one so you guys know how to do that. I'm going to change the color so that we can see it. And I'm going to get a shape. Let's get a triangle. Probably going to have to split. So I'm going to run that in there, maybe like that. Let's make sure I turn it exactly 90 degrees before you alter. And then you can see that it really doesn't fit in there well. So I'm going to unlock it. And I'm just going to skew it till it starts fitting my shape. Just like so. And that looks pretty good to me. So now I need to split it, but if I just split this, I'm going to duplicate it so I don't have to. If I just split this, it's not going to come out right because we have a little bit of a border. So I've got a square and the triangle, and I'm going to select just the two. You can see in the layers panel, so my slice is available. If I split it just in two, I got, oh, it kind of worked out. I've got almost the right amount of border around it. It's not quite where I wanted it to be. If I give it the right height in here, it's not going to be exact like I want it. So how do I do that? I come in here and I go and get a square and I unlock it and I take it down to right about what my gap should be, which would be 0.25. It should be, I think. I don't remember what my measurements were on here. I'm going to make it 0.25. And then I'm just going to align it center with this one. Oops. Let's get that trash out of the way. So I'm going to bring that in there. Align those to center. And then I'm going to slice. And then I'm going to contour. I'm going to hide all contours, which will take one away. Let's get rid of all our trash here. And then I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to go to contour and I'm going to show this contour and hide that one. So now I have both shapes. And to me that fits in there a little bit more and gives me a little bit more of the gap or the border that I'm looking for. So it takes it off right where you need it to without it being crowded up here in the seam. So let me just duplicate those. And then we're going to flip them horizontal. And then I'm going to shift and hold my shift key and select these other two. So I've got all four. I'm going to group them and I'm going to go to color sync and I'm just going to make them the blue color for the inside of the card. Where can you find the card, Stephanie? This is a Ko-fi or Patreon supporter file. So if you support me on Ko-fi or Patreon, then you have access to this file. And I'm just going to save that. So if you got the file before I just did this step, guys, you're probably going to need to grab it again. So that, or either make your own like we just did. So that one is ready to go. So let's go ahead and put it together. If you have questions, don't forget to ask, guys. Oops. Sorry. I forgot to silence my phone. My dog just went out. There we go. So once you have everything cut, you're going to see the score lines. Now I put my textured side out. So I'm going to be folding it and flipping it. So when I cut it, my score lines are on this side. And we're just going to go down this X. And we're going to fold. Use your bone folder. And just get a good crisp line on it. And then we're going to come over here and open it up. And then we're going to follow this X line. And we're going to get a good crisp fold on that. And then you have a line straight across here. We're just going to go straight across. And that's going to create this X with the line through it, if you can see that. Then you're just going to pull it in this way. Make sure it's all lined up, and then you're going to give that point a good rub right there. And that's going to create your base. So this is what you should have at this point. Then we're going to take our tassel, and my center dot didn't come out of there. There we go. And I'm just using a small teeny tiny bread, and I get these at Michael's. They're Recollections. Maybe, I think these are Michael's. as you can see. You can get Tim Holtz spare parts too. They have them. I'm just going to put it right through this side. And I'm just going to lay it flat. Actually, you can lay it flat. You can put this on first if you want. Doesn't matter. Either way. Probably easier. I think I did it first on the other one. We're just going to get our glitter glue and make sure you glue those corners, guys. You don't want those lifting up on you. That looks like a lot of glue, but I promise you it isn't with that fine tip applicator. Just get that piece off of there. And you're just going to line it up. If you need to place a piece of white paper back there so that you can see the holes line up, then you can do that too. Just press it down. I got mine off. I'm not square. There we go. Make sure you're square before you press it down. And then you're going to bring... I am getting glue from somewhere all over everything today. I'm telling you, I'm having one of those weeks. In case you guys haven't ever used one of these, it's a gum eraser. So if that happens to you, you can use one of those and get that off of there. So I'm just going to place my tassel and my brad right on the top. And I'm going to come through here and open that up. And if you don't want your tassel to move a lot, you need to make sure that you get it good and tight. And if you want yours to move a lot, then just give it a little space. Oh, thanks, Suze. I appreciate it. So you guys come in here and then put your print and cut. How many are starting to use print and cut? It's one of my favorite things because I don't want to cut anything that small and that intricate and that tiny and then try to glue all those pieces. I'd rather just flatten it. And this would be pretty if you embossed it too with an embossing folder. And of course you're going to change this up to whatever your school colors are. I just love the black and teal, so those are the colors I chose. I don't have any graduates this year, so I just picked a color I liked. And I'm going to use a little foam dot here. Oh, there they are. I was fixing to say I haven't moved and I lost my tweezers. I'm going to put that on the... Oops, I said I was. It doesn't want to play fair. Put it on the back of this grad cap. I usually use my other tweezers and I don't know where I put them. It's not them, but they'll do better. Pull that piece of paper off. I like my little pointy tweezers. I just had them. I'm going to pop dot this up right there. Just to give it a little dimension. You could even put that on a little wiggle if you had one small enough. I don't have any that small. I know what that is. That is glue from my file box, putting all that glue together. That's what that is. Then we're going to put our layer in here. And again, make sure you get those little tippy corners. You don't want them to lift up on you. We're just going to square that up. All of yours have graduated to Jamie. Yeah, all of mine. All of my nieces and nephews have all graduated now. My husband has, I think, one next year. So I'm just making sure that I've got everything lined up. This piece would be nice embossed as well. I just didn't have time to look for my graduation embossing folders. Let's square that one up. It's a really cute, quick, easy card. You could probably make this in about 5 to 10 minutes. From start to finish, cut and everything. I think I'm going to pop dot these up too, just to give them some dimension. There they are. These are my faves. And just gonna line them up right there on the bottom. And if you need help, I did design this where his hand is right up here between the O and the N in congratulations. So if you don't change that off of the file, then that'll help you line it up. Super easy, super cute. And then I did use some Nuvo drops on the tassel of this one, but my intention was not to cover this whole thing. Again, I told you I dropped it. But I like how it turned out doing the whole thing, so it was pretty cute. My intention was just a dot there, and then a small dot, a medium dot, and a large dot. So I'm going to get this one right, I hope. But you can do yours any way that you want, decorate it up. Yes, you could also make a pocket to hold it. That's a good idea, Deb. Good idea. You could put a pocket right here on the back. Super simple, super easy. What would be really cute is to use your perforation tool and cut a separate square. As a matter of fact, well, I haven't done one of those in a while. Let's go over and add one to the file. You guys want to? Let's add a perforation tab too. So you could close it up and then they could just rip that perforation back and expose the card. That would be really cute. So let's go over. Good idea, Deb. So y'all get to see my thought and my there's method to my madness when I think of something or somebody mentions something. So let's just pull our base out from under so that we can see it and we know what we're working with right here. So let's go in and let's get a square. Let's get a couple of squares and a pentagon. And I'm just going to slice off the end of the pentagon. I don't even measure this really, guys. I just eyeball it. So if you were to ask me the measurements, they change on every card I do because I just do what looks like it will look right. And I'm going to slice it. Now I'm going to get rid of this trash. And these are my tabs. That's what I use for tabs. So let's come over and actually, I don't need a tab. I was thinking pocket. I don't need a tab. Back up. Oops. I'm just going to get a square and I'm going to gift card size. Let's double check, but I think it's 2.25 or 3.25. 3.25. 3 3/8. 3 3/8. I was close. By 2 1/8. is your gift card size. I have a gift card in my hand, so. So I want this to be, I'm going to unlock it. It is unlocked, and I'm coming up here to my width, and I want it to be 3 3/8. So I do need a tab too. See, I'm my thought process and my madness. There we go. I'm going to need that tab because I'm thinking as I design and I change my mind again. So I'm going to get a square. I'm going to unlock it, and I'm going to make it 3.75 if I can, because the card will fit in that. 3.75. Oops, 75. And I've got it on the wrong side. 3.75 by, I'm gonna say 2.5. Let's see if that will fit. And it will. So there is that. Then I'm going to make this the same width, but I'm going to unlock it because I don't want that to be any more than a 1/2 inch. Just going to stretch it across. Then I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to rotate that 90 degrees. I really don't have to do this part. There are ways around it, but I don't know if I would want it to be that tight. This is the reason I'm putting tabs on there, guys. I have done it before without tabs where you can just glue right around all 4 edges and pop it on the back of the card. But then it's really tight in getting the card out, the gift card out, even with the tearaway. So this gives it a little poof up. So there's a little bit of wiggle room in there, and it makes it easier to get the card out. So if you want to know why I changed my mind and went back to it, I got to thinking about it. And I remembered the last one I did, it made it a little tough, so. So I've got these 3, and I'm going to align top so that the tops are aligned. And I am going to, before I do anything, duplicate my square. I'm going to select these 3 and weld. And I'm going to select this one at the bottom, and I'm going to bring it right up to touch. I'm going to align it, center it horizontally, and weld. And then I'm going to change this one right here. Not really going to change it, I'm just going to use it. I'm going to arrange, move it to the front, align, center horizontally. That looks good to me. Just change this one in the back to the light gray so that we can see. Now I know where to put my score lines without having to think about it, without having to do a whole bunch of stuff. None of that's necessary. I do change my score to draw just so I can see it, and if I can't see it, I'll change it to a color that will pop up and show. We're just going to bring that in. Going to duplicate it, bring one over on the other side. Going to duplicate it and rotate it 90 degrees. Bring it over to meet the other one at that side, and then stretch it. Now I'm going to get rid of that square. I don't need it. I'm going to select those 2, align, top, and attach. I'm going to shift and grab that one on the bottom. I'm going to align bottom and attach. I'm going to change them back to score. and select them both and attach. Now I have a pocket, and I forgot my tab at the top. So let me just grab another one. Can't believe I forgot my tab at the top. It's supposed to be on all four sides. And then I could have just changed my square to a score. I just tell you, I'm just having one of those days. So get rid of that and get rid of that. That way they're all the same size if you do it together. I think I made it a 1/2 inch. We're going to pretend that score is there. I'm not going to add another score line. Yes, I will. Yes, I will, because I'm going to leave it in the file. That looks pretty close. Oops. Not quite. I didn't make it quite down there. Let's bring it down just a little bit. Align, center horizontally, weld. There we go. I'm going to get that score line and duplicate it. I'll just bring that guy up there. I just duplicated the one that was on the bottom. Gonna align top. Gonna align center horizontally. Attach. Now I'm gonna attach it. Now we have our pocket our hidden pocket. When you fold those back and glue them, you're gonna glue these 4 tabs. You're gonna fold them back and glue them right onto the back with your card on the inside. Okay? Your card's going to be on this back side of it. You're going to fold those over and glue it down right there. They need a way to get in, so we need our perforations. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to get some more score lines. So there's one there, and I'm going to change this to perforation. Okay? And we need that to be I'm going to say 2 1/4 because our card is 2 1/8. So I'm going to change that to 2.25. And that gives us a little 1/8 inch play on it. So I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to duplicate it. Bring that over here. I'm going to duplicate it. Going to rotate this perforation line 90 degrees. And it needs to be, the card is 3 3/8, which would be 3.375. So I'm going to make it 3 1/2. I think that will work. Didn't I make that 3.75? I hope I did. So I'll make it 3.5. Okay. So I'm going to take this perforation line and the bottom. I am going to align left and attach. I'm going to take this one and the other two and align right and align top and attach. So then I have my perforation lines, but they need a top to get in. That's going to rip away. It's going to leave all of this, but this top piece is going to rip away. You would have to attach those, so we're going to align that, center it horizontally, and attach it. Then I like to, let me get that perforation line at the bottom. Again, where is it? Right there. Duplicate it. I'm going to bring it right up to the top of this other one, but I'm going to shrink it down. I'm going to duplicate it and bring one over to this side. And you can make your pocket bigger, guys, if you want to. That's totally up to you. I'm going to line top and let's see. I might need to make those just a teeny tiny bit longer. Teeny tiny bit longer. There we go. Now I'm going to get both of those. I'm going to line top so that they're together and attach. I'm going to sit them right on top of that perforation that we've got going. And then we're going to select those and attach. Now we need a little opening or a thumbnail here. So there are two ways you can do that. You can do it with the letter C and have it cut in. Let's go in and let's just use Cricut Sans. That should work. Take the letter C and type that. And we're going to change it to writing. And you can do a little thumb hold that's going to cut right here. I'm going to unlock it. So it will cut and be liftable, and then they can just pull it. So I think I like that one going down this way. Almost looks like a little puzzle piece, doesn't it? And I'm going to change that to cut right up here. So make sure you go in and you change that line type on that C to cut. And then you can attach it. So now it's going to cut it. It's going to score all the way around. It's going to perforate through here and cut this tab so that that tab will lift up. And then all you're going to do is just glue this whole thing. You're going to put your card behind it. You're going to fold these tabs over first and put your glue or tape on them. I suggest gluing because tape might turn loose and not rip the perforation. So once you've done, put your card back there. You can even use a small little glue dot, a removable glue dot, and that way you can stick it right into this perforated area on the back side, and then when they pull it, the card will pull down with the perforation. This is going to lift up. Actually, I've got it backwards, but it'll still work. This is going to perforate the wrong way. Cut the wrong way. I need to flip it. Flip it over. I don't have a whole lot of space there. I might have made that a little bit taller. Just going to unlock it and make it taller. Detach. I'm going to have to detach my perforation lines first. Arrange. Send that to the back. Move that. Gonna move that. I'm gonna flip that vertical. Need that tab to go. Align. Top and attach. Now let me play with that piece. Let's get that. I'm going to squish it down just a little bit more because I don't want a whole big tab, just a small one. And I don't have this centered either, so I'm just showing you guys how to do it. You'll want to take your time and make sure that you get it all on there, centered and straight. So, why did I move that? I want to unlock that, and I want to get that back to my 2.25. Oh, not that big. 2 point. There we go. To get my height on there again. 2.25 by 3.5. There we go. Unlock it. Now my perforation is the right size. So I'm going to select it, align, center, attach, bring my score lines back, arrange to the front, align, center, and attach. There we go. So now it's ready. So when they pull this tab, it will pull down. I had it backwards, but it's not centered. So if you guys are going to use this, make sure you go in and you just duplicate these two lines to the same size, whichever, and work with your C to make them connect right there at the end of each one of your perforations. That's all you have to do. Did everybody understand how I did that? I'm going to change this back to the black so that you guys know that the gray piece needs to be tweaked. You need to go in and play around with it. I don't want this file, I don't want to go in and change all this. I want you guys to work in the file and learn how to do those, how to make those design elements and play around with it. So make sure that you go in, unlock these and detach them, and just make sure that it's the size of just slightly larger than the size of your card, and that the C is centered on those. And if you do not have a maker with the perforation tool, guys, Tim Holtz makes a tool. You can get one of those and you can use that. If you have an Air 2, you can use that tool. Let me show you what that looks like. I just had it, so I know where it's at. It's made by Tonic Studios and Tim Holtz, and you're just going to bring that out. And of course, you might want to use a pencil and mark your lines, and then you're just going to run that perforation tool, and that perforation tool is going to allow you to have that tear away. Okay. So all you have to do is you could actually just lay your card down and kind of trace it. Like so, all the way around, just to make sure that your lines and everything meet, and then you'll have your tear away. And these are only a couple of bucks. I don't know, I think I gave $4 or $5 for mine, something like that. They may even be less than that. So, do we have any questions? I almost messed that one up again. Almost. Yeah, it is a cool little tool. And like I said, if you don't have a maker yet, and you don't have the perforation tool with your maker, this works. You just have to take your time, line it up, and go slow when you're using it. We used to do a lot of the tearaway cards. Yeah, the mini tools, yeah, they're not very expensive. There's a link below for scrapbook.com. I believe scrapbook.com still has them. We can check. How many of you have ever used scrapbook.com? Oops. I did have it on overhead. There we go. There we go. Tons and tons of stuff over here. And if you guys, make sure you use my link below. If you do any shopping here, I will earn a small commission, and I thank you for that. Let's see. There it is. $3.79. It's out of stock. No. You can look on Amazon too. Amazon may have one. It's out of stock, so guys, don't panic. But then again, you might want to check coupons. Right now, there's free scrapbooking cards today magazine. I don't need any notifications. The media mat's on sale for $19.99, guys, if you want to use that. But they have freebies in here all the time, so you have to go and look. I don't. They have stamp sets freebies. They have Echo Park paper sometimes as freebies. What was that called? The let's see. Was it the mini tools? Ah, here's his rotary. It's $3.79. There's the scoring. They don't have them in a set. Yeah, that's it. That one's not out of stock. That one's not. But you can turn on notify me on this too, and as soon as they get some in, they will send you an email. I don't see any of the others. Let's see. Maybe if I put in tonic. Nuvo drops are on sale, guys, for $2.84. So if you're building your collection, now's the time. That's really good price for Nuvo drops. I don't see it, Jamie. I don't think they have the set anymore. Yeah, they do have it. You sent it to me. It's in there. Let's see. Let me grab that link from Jamie, guys, and there it is. Thank you, Jamie. So we have, they do have it for $4.05. Is it on Prime? Yes, on Prime. So if you guys want to get that, any of you that need it, let me get you a link. I lost my chat window. Where did my chat window go? There it is. Amazon does have it. Yeah, I think the sets are gone. That's been a while. It's been a while since they had the sets. I only went for the little perforation tool because I had all the other stuff already. So. But yeah, guys, check it out over at scrapbook.com. You never know what you might find on sale over there. They have all sorts of stuff. Sometimes it's closeout stuff, things that are on clearance, and they'll mark them down. And sometimes it's brand new stuff. So they do get stuff that hits the market brand new. But you need to check, and also check those coupons daily. Because you never know when they're going to put stamps in there. They put the distress markers and crayons in there. They put Echo Park paper in there, Prima paper, just all sorts of stuff. So I would be checking on that weekly. Yeah, they have really good deals. And sometimes they have free shipping too. So guys, always check that. Check for free shipping on there. Their shipping's not bad. It's not the best in the world, but it's not bad. I think it's, even with the free item, I think I pay like $2 or something, but that's more than what the I mean, it's worth it for the item because I wouldn't find the item for that price anywhere. So it's like, why not? And add your stuff to it as you're doing that. I don't know that this link will come up for you. Oops, it was on caps, so I know it won't work. It breaks the link if I use caps. There we go. Maybe it'll let you guys use it, maybe not. I think it's hidden it, so. But check them out. And if you have any questions about any product, ask if we've used it. We'll let you know what we think of it. We won't hide that for you. Yeah, I got all 5 of the Distress crayons for free too, Sue. I got like 3 sets. I think I even included some in a giveaway that I did as a little bonus thing. Stuck it in there. Alright guys, if nobody has any other questions, or if you have questions on how to make those pockets and things like that, again, you can make them in several different ways. The way I showed you was just one way to make them. There's always more than one way to do anything. Like I said, if you just want to do a square, make sure your square is big enough and glue it all the way around the edges and then put your perforation on top. You can do that, but it tends to make the card kind of tight in there. So just keep that in mind. You might want to test on a scrap of paper and see which way you prefer. So use your scraps for things like that when you're testing. Alright guys, you have a wonderful day. I will see you on Friday. Before I do that, Freebie Friday, we're going to be doing some of those layered mandalas. Going to be showing you guys, and it's Facebook Friday freebies, but the file's not free. You're going to have to get that from Design Bundles. Let me go over. I got the tree because I wanted to do the tree, and I'll show you which one I'm going to be putting together. But they're all going to go together the same way. It's just depending on what you want to do. So pick yourself out one of the mandalas. I am doing the tree. This one. I'm doing this one right here on Friday. So if you guys want to follow along and do that, I'm going to show you guys how to layer those up for shadow boxes. I like this one too. I may do that one as well. We'll see. We shall see. Alright guys, you have a wonderful night, and I will catch you on Friday on Facebook Live at 7 p.m. in the Cricut Maker Projects group. So if you're not a member of Cricut Maker Projects, you'll want to head on over there and join the group so that you can see that Facebook Live. So I'll see you guys then, and the link for Design Bundles is down below too. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you, Patreons. Thank you, Ko-fi supporters. And thank you for all of you who have joined the YouTube memberships. I greatly appreciate you all.